mythology fans, especially our teacher, Ajahn on series. As being Mahidol learners, we can see that right now we are at Duckfield. The reason is that our group 10, were assigned to make a video project following this instruction. In short, we are going to discuss about artworks and poems relating to love affair between Zeus and Leda, or some Greek myth fan might know this famous story as Leda and the Swan!
What? I thought it's Leda and the duck?
No, it's Leda and the Swan. But since Mahidol doesn't have swan feel, so I guess duck is okay.
Anyway, Leda and the Swan is a story subject in Greek mythology. And before we talk about its poems and its art pieces, let's see what the story is about.
The story of Leda and the Swan begins when Zeus, god of rain, and also the most powerful god in Olympus, fell in love with a very beautiful mortal, Leda. However, Zeus already had a wife, but that is not the problem. The problem was that she is a jealousy one. Hera did every way to obstruct Zeus' love affair with other women, and many times those women were in trouble because of her. So, for this time, Zeus, upset with love for Leda, but was afraid of Hera, he decided to avoid her by transforming into a swan. Being a swan, he sought for Leda everywhere, and he went straight to her. They met each other. After that, and that is the story of Leda and the Swan, which in classical mythology book of Hamilton, the story was mentioned very little. However, the story was so famous that it influenced many artists and poets to create works relating to the story. So now is the time to discuss some well-known artworks one by one, which in this video we classify them into 3 categories: painting, sculpture, and poem.
The first painting is a copy of Leonardo da Vinci's original Leda and the Swan painting, which is lost. It is believed to be destroyed by some owners. However, the copy version by Cecil de Sesto survived, as Cecil de Sesto is one of Renaissance artists. The painting Leda and the Swan is embodied with the period's dominant art styles. It is realistic, notability, and very detailed. In this painting, forest or natural view is shown as the setting of the scene. The setting was true, whether regarding to the story, which each thought tells different locations, or there is some possibility that it was true regarding to Da Vinci, whose many art pieces have natural view as background. Although this artwork does not illustrate sexual intercourse between swan and woman, the poses of them imply their unusual relationship. The swan embraced Leda tight by one of its wings, as when a man grabs his lover's shoulder. Also, Leda embraced the swan next while looking at 2 eggs she had laid. The purpose of the painting is assumed to tell the story rather than showing the god's love affair. Since the artist drew all characters from different scenes ordered in one picture. Although the original Leda and the Swan painting of Da Vinci has lost, today 3 sketches are kept. And besides Cecil de Sesto, many artists has also copied this well-known painting.
Another copied painting from original Renaissance period artwork. The painting is a copy version by Peter Paul Rubens, a German painter well known for his history painting of mythological and allegorical subjects. Again, the original painting Leda and the Swan by Michelangelo had disappeared, and only copy version survived.
Unlike Da Vinci, Leda and the Swan painting, this painting's background represents place that is more artificial. It can be assumed that the story took place in Leda and her husband, King Tyndareus' rule. According to other sources of Greek myth, author told this story in more detail that Leda, who had also married with King Tyndareus, was sleeping with him in their palace, while Zeus went to mate with her. Thus, the two eggs she laid were one of Zeus and one of King Tyndareus. In this background painting, the passionate love is symbolized by the cheese red color. The distinctive point seen in this picture is that it expertly depicts sexual intercourse between the two. The swan is kissing Leda. Similar to Da Vinci's work, its wing touches woman's thigh.
Leda, Old Singer, or Leda and the Swan painting by Paul Cézanne. The artist who considerably had influence on Impressionist art movement. He was master in oil painting technique. His painting noticeably marks some important characteristics of Impressionist painting styles, such as emphasized brush strokes and accurate light depiction. The artist is assumed to be influenced by the same version of this story as Michelangelo, for Leda is sitting on a couch. However, this picture gives more detail about the story. Leda's eye, though, focuses on the swan. It seems like she has no other movements in this scene. Moreover, the distance between the two characters in this version is greater than the other two. Thus, the picture implies that Leda is not actually in love with Zeus. She was bound by his spell. Cézanne depicts her as being half-minded.
This marble sculpture is created by Timotheus, a Greek sculptor who lived during 4th century before Christ. It is again that the distinguished pose of Leda, lifting up one hand, was crafted according to another version of the story. This version indicates that Zeus wanted to be close to Leda. He disguised as a swan and asked Aphrodite to transform as an eagle, pretending to harm him. He, as a swan, ran to Leda for her help. When Leda saw that the swan was in danger, she tried to protect him by raising up her hand to repel the eagle.
Leda and the Swan, in form of terracotta statue, is created by S. Bouvier, the French sculptor. He depicts the sweet scene of the two lovers in modern style Cubism. By creating the art piece in blocking form, which is the main characteristic of Cubist art, Bouvier gives contrast feeling to his work. While the poses of the swan and the woman is very sweet, Leda hugs the swan by both of her hands. And Zeus, disguised as a swan, shows his love in animal-like gesture and embraces the woman by his swan neck. The Cubist style gives mass and strong, powerful feeling.
A very distinctive point in the poem is that Hilda Doolittle symbolized the feeling of the swan and the Leda by using color. For example, the first line of second stanza, through the deep purple of dying heat. The color purple usually refers to passion, desire, and sexuality. In this poem, purple is used to describe Zeus' passionate love for Leda. Line 14 and 15, gold color, which is the symbol of royalty and notability, implies that this swan was the god's disguise. In the final line of the poem, and the warm quivering of red swan breasts. Red color, similar to purple, implies passion and eroticism between two characters. In contrast to the painting of Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Paul Cézanne, and some other artworks that artists depict swan as a white swan, the swan in HD's version is very colorful. She somehow intended to describe the view of Leda, who thought the swan as not a normal animal but a majestic one.
And these are some well-known works of art and poems we have chosen to be discussed. We hope you enjoy our video and also appreciate Greek mythology. Finally, thanks for watching!